Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is not originally going to be what I thought I was going to do. Today's video is going to just me being, talking about the upcoming Yo line and just how I think about it in general after playing on the open test server. Originally it was going to be on some stuff from the open test server, but that actually ended today and I didn't know that. I should have made extra videos the last couple days. So yeah, I thought it went on longer, but it didn't, so it's over, and I cannot do that anymore. So, sorry about that, my bad, so no more, of those videos or anything since open test is over. Which is sad, because I had quite a few things that I still wanted to do, video-wise, on the open test server, but it's alright. Today, though, we're going to be talking about the Yo line in general, now that I've actually played it some and have a feel for how the tanks are in general. I didn't play the tier 7, and I only played the tier 8 like once because there are not enough people in open tests to actually play the low tiers. Nobody really plays down there, and it's like impossible to get into a game. So I've played the tier 10, the tier 9, and one in the tier 8, but I have an overall feel for the line in general, and we're just going to be talking about that in today's video. So what we're going to be talking about is what I think about the line, if it should be buffed or nerfed, or if it's balanced how it is, how the playstyle is, and whatnot. So here's my thoughts. The entire line in general is a second line heavy, pretty much support heavy line. You have very long reloads, big burst damage, and in a few seconds, but a very long reload. As well, you have okay armor. Your turrets are well armored and very troll. The whole tank in general has very troll armor, but you really don't have extremely reliable armor. It is good armor, it's decent armor, but it's not super reliable. There are going to be a lot of situations where you're not going to bounce when, if you were in a more reliable tank with armor, you would be, but you're not because you're in such a, not the most reliable tank armor-wise. And so it's going to be wanting to probably play second line heavy because of that, because during those massive reloads, I mean, you're not going to be wanting to sit out in the open for 30 seconds whenever you have, not the best armor. So you're going to be doing that. And then I feel that the overall tank line in general, it actually needs a little bit of a buff in my opinion. So I think the tier 9 and tier 10 are decent. With the, but here's the problem. With the second gun, which is the ones that you're really going to want to play, because, oh my, the two shots gun reload is just, it's so bad now. The DPM is so bad. It's actually horrible to have that bad of DPM, and while it's much more fun to play, and I really want to play it more, if you want to do good in the tank, you really should not play that gun. It is not anywhere close to as good as the 3-shot gun, because they nerfed it so hard. Sure, it can still get out that massive burst damage of almost 900 in the 1.7 seconds, but you got on the tier 10 like a 22-second reload and almost a 30-second reload on the tier 9, which is absolutely ridiculous, and it is just such a long wait time. So I feel like the 3-shot guns are better on there, but the problem with the 3-shot guns is they aren't really that fun. They're not the best, I mean, they're decent guns, but they're not really like the best guns out there. I mean, they're not bad, and I think the tank will still be decent, but to be honest, I think they over-nerfed the 2-shot gun on the Yo. As well, the tier 9, I thought was going to be overpowered, because usually they, usually they have the tier 9 is very similar to the tier 10, and I figured since the tier 10 at first was so OP, and since they didn't test the tier 9, and, never did anything to that it was gonna be OP as well. Well, I was wrong. It has, a very wrong reload on the tier, on the 2-shot gun, so, yeah, I was wrong about that. Unfortunately, that means the tier 9 isn't the most insane, and sorry if this replay here, this replay is, like, glitchy a little glitchy, so it doesn't look like he's aiming at where he's shooting, but it's just, like, a little glitchy for some reason. I'm not sure why the replay is, like, bugged out like this, but it is, so sorry about that. But yeah, so I would say the Yo line in general, tier 10, they over-nerfed the 2-shot gun, sorry. I think the 2-shot gun should have around a 18-second or so reload. They nerf, or maybe a 19-second reload, but instead just make it a 2-second intro clip. I think that would be decent for the gun. I think it would be a good gun then. But that's not what they did. They really over-nerfed it. I think the tier 9 needs less of a long reload and a 2-second long as well. Maybe a 22-second what the tier 10 is right now on the tier 9. Maybe I think that's what they should do for the gun, but then have a 2-second interclip instead of the 1.7. I think that's what they should do. For the tier 8, I just think that it has a little bit too long of a clip reload. It's not really that bad, though. From when I did play it seems like a decent tank. I think it just needs a little bit quicker of a clip reload. Maybe knock just 1 or 2 seconds off the clip reload on it. And for the tier 7, I didn't play it, so I'm not quite sure. But I'm guessing that it's an okay tank and pretty much probably fine how it is right now. That's just what I'm guessing, though. Like I said, I haven't played it, so I'm not exactly too sure. But we'll have to wait and see in the future. Since I can't go play it now, and didn't really have a chance because, like I said, nobody really ever plays tier 7 on the open test server. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just saying in general what I think about the Yo line. I think the line could be much better. In my opinion, the line is a little boring. I mean, I feel like the tanks, they're just decent. There's nothing, none of them are super amazing. And about the track thing that I was super worried about, it's not really that useful actually. I don't think it's going to be horrible. I don't think they should add it in the game still. I don't think it's, it has a place in Blitz, but I don't think it'll be horrific. I would still much rather than remove that feature. It would be much better, but I don't think it's gonna completely ruin those tanks and make them like completely broken, especially when they're not the most insane in any other means. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Yo line in general. I think it could be a little better. I think they could buff a few of the tanks. I think they over-nerfed the tier 10 a little. It's definitely not OP anymore. I like it, but it's not OP anymore. And since the 3-shot gun isn't that much fun, it isn't the most fun of a tank either to play as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Yo line. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.